With the Supreme Court on a summer break and other courts heading towards their vacations as well, it's been a slow week for the courts. Despite that, there are some crucial orders that have been delivered by the courts across the country this week on various aspects. Let's take a sneak peek at all that has happened in the past week before the courts. The Varanasi District Court on Tuesday ruled that all the 7 cases related to the Gyanvapi dispute will be heard together. The district judge said in his verdict that all of the 7 related cases, which deal with different aspects of the dispute over the Gyanvapi mosque, would be clubbed and heard together. A group of 4 petitioners from the Hindu side had last year filed a plea for clubbing all related cases in the Gyanvapi dispute pending before different courts, as it would save time and money and avoid possible legal difficulties. The same has now been accepted by the court. With one court hearing all the aspects, there is expected to be a lot more clarity and efficiency in deciding as to whether or not the structure that was found inside the Gyanvapi mosque was indeed a shivling as is being claimed by the Hindu sides, or simply a fountain as the Muslim parties say. The Allahabad High Court, while hearing an appeal by a man against the dismissal of his divorce petition by a family court, observed that denying sex to a spouse for a long time without sufficient reason amounts to mental cruelty. The High Court has said that it was evident from the record that since long, the parties to the marriage had been living separately and the wife had denied discharging her obligation of marital liability. The couple had got married in 1979, but it was only after 7 years that they started living together as a couple. According to the petitioner, his wife refused to fulfill her obligation of marital life and then she left her home for her parents' home. President Draupadi Murmu on Wednesday praised and thanked the Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, for delivering his speech in Hindi while addressing the inaugural event of the new building of the Jharkhand High Court. President Murmu said that the other judges will also follow the example set by the CJI and urged him to deliver his speeches in Hindi in the future as well. She also urged authorities to make justice more accessible, especially in a state like Jharkhand, which uses a variety of languages. She also praised the Supreme Court for making its judgments available in different languages. This was possibly the first time that the Chief Justice of India has delivered a full speech in Hindi. The Supreme Court on Friday granted interim bail to Delhi's former Health Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Satyendar Jain in a money laundering case on medical grounds for 6 weeks. Satyendar Jain has been in Tihar jail since his arrest in connection with a money laundering case in May last year. The Apex Court said that Jain cannot leave Delhi without permission and cannot make any statement before the media. The court also allowed Jain to undergo treatment in the hospital of his choice, asking him to also produce the medical records before the court. The Supreme Court on Friday dismissed a plea seeking a direction to the Lok Sabha Secretariat for inauguration of the new Parliament building by President Draupadi Murmu, the first citizen of India and the head of the institution. While dismissing the petition, the Supreme Court said, "We know why you file such petitions and we are not inclined to entertain this." The court further told the petitioner, a lawyer from Tamil Nadu, "Be grateful that we are not imposing costs on you." The petition by a Supreme Court lawyer came amid a big hue and cry raised by the opposition parties over the scheduled inauguration of the new Parliament building by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 28th of May. All the cases related to Shri Krishna Janmbhoomi dispute will now be heard by the Allahabad High Court. The High Court has transferred the cases currently being heard in the lower court in Mathura to the Allahabad High Court itself. The High Court had on 3rd of May reserved its judgment on a petition seeking transfer of the case in which Hindu devotees have claimed the right over the land on which the Shahi Masjid Idgah is currently built from the Mathura District Court to the High Court. It was stated in the petition that the Krishna Janmbhoomi case in Mathura holds national importance and should be heard in the High Court instead of the District Court. These are all the updates that we have from the courts this week across the country, and we'll be back next week with more updates, and keep watching the Court Watch.